Okay, let me just see if everything's working while everything's loading up. I haven't streamed. Yeah, what the hell? Okay, that seems to have resolved itself. So yeah, I'm just trying to check out if everything's working the way I intended to. So let me just quickly check that. Okay, this we can just pause. That's fine, I guess. Still not really that many people watching. Yep, we got that. Let me just quickly check that out. I'm sorry if right now I can't really start the stream yet, but I need to check this out, because if this doesn't work, you know, it's gonna be problematic. So let me just see if this works. Okay. Okay. What is going on? Something's wrong with the recording parameters. Let me just check that out. Something is not right. Ah, yes. I see what's going on. We got the microphone, which we only want on channel... No, we want it on channel 1, channel 2. But the game we don't want on all these channels, right? Yes, that is the problem. Okay, now it should be fine. Good. See, this is why I check everything. This is why I check everything before starting the actual stream. Just so that I can make sure that everything's correct. Because if it isn't, you know, when I'm then cutting this video, I'm gonna run into some problems. So let me just quickly check out if everything's correct now. I believe it should be. Yeah, looks fine to me. Okay, perfect. There we go. So now we can finally start this stream for real. Let me just start the recording. Check if everything's working. Yes. And now we can start the stream. So welcome to everyone who is watching now. Sorry that I had to do this first, but yeah. I have to make sure that everything works before we start the actual stream, or else it's, as I said, I'm gonna run into some problems when cutting the video later, when editing the video and stuff. Alrighty, welcome back to a new episode of my Minecraft survival series, where I try to collect every single item and block in the game. As you might have already heard in the intro, I've done quite a few things off stream. We're going to check that out in a second. But while we're here, I want to get a couple of things that we need to transport down to our storage area, or basically to the area that we're working at right now. We're going to need some wheat. We're going to need some pumpkins, actually. Or rather, pumpkin seeds. I tend to do this. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, what was I saying? Basically, we're gonna need this. And we're gonna need some cows, because we're gonna need leather. Wait, how the fuck did that tree grow into my house? That's actually kind of crazy. Okay. Let me just check whether we still have some. We do actually still have some leather left, but we're gonna need way more than that, so though. So wheat isn't necessarily the problem, I think. Pumpkin seeds also aren't the problem. We also do have quite a few pumpkins already. So yeah, basically right now I'm just gathering a couple of things that we're gonna need for my little project down there. It might seem a little random what I'm doing right now, but it'll make sense in a second. We're gonna need a hoe as well. We still have one, that's great. Maybe it's a couple of extra buckets. And other than these items, as I said, we're also gonna need some... You can see I've also dug out all of these, right? And there's also some rooms back there, but for now we're not really going to focus on them. And as you can imagine, what this is going to be is a very big storage area. Of course, we're also still going to have to decorate it. Right now it looks very plain. But yeah, the basic idea is that we have these little sections right here, right? And then, for example, this section right here would be ores. So... iron, gold, diamonds, all that kind of stuff. And we have chests for all the different items. And then a copper chest in the middle with some copper golems around it. That are then going to sort the items into the chests. The reason I'm doing it like this is because, as we have noticed with the copper golems above in my house, they are incredibly inefficient, right? They don't really do their work very well. It takes them a long time to sort stuff in. And if we limit the amount of chests that they can access, they're going to be much more efficient. So I think this system is actually going to work out pretty well. But yeah, that's what we're building right now. I've put a little montage of me, like a little time lapse of me digging this thing out at the beginning of the video. Because I thought it wasn't really appropriate for the stream, right? Or for the video itself, because it's kind of like super boring. I did that with this section right here, right? This entrance section basically, and that was already pretty boring. But of course this hallway right here, it's pretty massive, so yeah. Would have been a bit boring to watch, right? But okay, what am I doing with the blocks that we got from above? We're gonna need some dirt as well, so let me just get that real quick. We're gonna make a couple of farms actually that we're going to need. We're gonna need some cows. Reason being is the pumpkins we're gonna need to make the copper golems. The cows we're gonna need for leather, and the wheat we're gonna need to make more cows basically. That's the entire idea. So let me just set this up real quick. It's not going to be anything big. It's just going to be a very small farm, you know. Because it just has to serve for this very short amount of time that we're going to use it down here. And then after that, we're also going to get rid of it. So yeah, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be big. It's just going to have to provide us with the necessary materials for our little project right here. Jo, für die Leute, die gerade reinjoinen, ich spreche übrigens auch Deutsch. Wundert euch nicht, dass ich Englisch spreche in meinem Stream. Ich spreche auch Deutsch, einfach nur, dass ihr es wisst. Was geht so bei euch, Leute? Was geht so? Alright, so let me just quickly... Oops, that was way faster than I expected. We're actually gonna need way more water. Okay, there we go. Then, guys, right now I'm just building a little farm that we're gonna need for our storage area right here. As you can see, I've dug out this massive area here, which is going to be our main storage area. And yeah, right now we're just gonna need a couple more resources to get everything set up, basically. If you know what I mean. Okay, let me just get this water bucket back. And yeah, we're gonna have some wheat here and here. There we go. And we're gonna have some pumpkins right here and right here. Although I think for now we actually already have probably enough. But we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, so that's that. That's that. Yo, we got a couple people joining right now. Ich spreche übrigens auf Deutsch, falls ihr Deutsche seid. Nicht wundern, ich spreche in meinen Streams eher Englisch, aber ihr könnt auch gerne Deutsch mit mir reden. Okay, with that we got the little farm set up. The only thing we need now is some cows. And I think for that we're just gonna set up a little fenced off area basically. Right, just like that. I think we're actually gonna have to make a different... We're actually gonna have to use a different type of wood for the fence gates because we don't have any oak wood anymore, but that's fine, I guess. Let's make 4 of these. Yo, Dardix, thanks for the like. Yo, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate that. How are you doing, guys? How are you doing? Right now, we're basically just setting everything up for my storage area down here. How are we feeling tonight, guys? How are we doing? Okay. There we go. Do we have... Wait. We're gonna get some... Let me just put this stuff back, because we're not really gonna need it right now. Let me get some wheat, and we might also want to get some... what are they called? Not rope. I can't think of the word right now. What are they called? These little, like, rope thingies with which you can drag animals around? What do you call those? Oh. But I can't think of the word right now. I don't know. What do you call that? A leash, right? A leash, right? That's what they call it in this game? Let me see. We should have that somewhere around here. Hey, Il Pacifico, what's up? How you doing? Für die Leute, die gerade reinjoinen, ich spreche auch Deutsch. Nicht wundern, wenn ich Englisch rede in den Streams, aber ihr könnt gerne auch Deutsch mit mir reden. And while I'm getting those leads, that's what it's called in English. I thought it was called a leash, or a rope, but apparently it's called a lead. While I'm getting this, I'm also going to tell you real quick what I'm gonna do with this space right here, because obviously so yeah, if you have anything in mind, just let me know. Okay, we got one cow right here. Where is the second cow? There it is. Alright, we got 2 cows now. That is already going to be enough, because we are continuously going to be mating them. Ja, we got a couple people joining now. Ich spreche übrigens auch Deutsch. Falls ihr... Ich bin Deutscher, also ihr könnt gerne auch Deutsch mit mir reden. How the fuck are we gonna get them up here? I think we're gonna have to walk around here, maybe? Yeah. I suppose there's water down there. Maybe we can drop down and still hurt themselves. But I suppose we can kinda... Oh my gosh, bro. I have the feeling that at least one of them is going to die. Okay, let me just be really careful here. Okay, there we go. Yo, we got a couple people joining right now. How you doing, guys? Ich spreche übrigens auf Deutsch. Nicht wundern, dass ich Englisch rede in meinen Streams. Ich bin aber Deutscher, also ihr könnt auch gerne Deutsch mit mir reden. Alright, let me just get them up there. Actually, how the fuck are we gonna get them up here? If I put down a bucket of water up there, are they going to be able to swim up or not? I guess we're gonna find out. Let me just put that right here. If I go up here now, are they going to be able to follow? Oh yeah, they actually are. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, and with that, we got the cows that we need. Yeah, get in here. There we go. Let me close this. Get rid of these leads. And just gonna have them have some babies. Alright, that's perfect. So now we got everything up here that we need, or rather down here, because I guess we're below our house. We got some wheat. right? Which we're gonna need to make more cows. We got the cows themselves, which we're gonna need for leather. That leather we're going to need for item frames. And we have... what was I gonna say? And we have the pumpkins, as well as some extra pumpkins right here, which we're gonna use to create copper golems. Okay, I just wanted to grow that real quick. Okay, there we go. So what's my plan with these individual sections here? For that, I'm just gonna quickly have to pull up a screenshot that I took. Let me just quickly... Yup, it's this one right here. Let me just make sure I can still read the chat. Yup, kind of like... Oh, that's not really helpful. I suppose we could kind of go like this. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Let me just drink something real quick. Okay, so basically the idea is we're gonna have chests right here, right? We're gonna have a couple of chests lined up all next to each other. Oh, as you can see, this is still very close to like the outer wall of this mountain or like this hillside. So it's gonna happen that we're just gonna dig out. In that case, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take some more clean stone and we're just gonna fix that right up. It's not really a big issue, but it's something that is going to happen quite regularly, I suppose. Oh, that doesn't seem right. Yo, DKS Official, how you doing? My friend here on YouTube. What's up, what's up? That doesn't seem right to me. Maybe that's actually just one block now that I think about it. Okay, so that would be like this then. Like this. And then another one right here. And then we'd have another set right here. Okay. Like that, right? Yes. That seems to be better. How you doing, DKS Official? Right now I'm just building my storage area. As you can see, it's going to be pretty big, so we're probably not going to be able to finish it today. In fact, I know that we're not going to be able to finish it today. But we'll see what we can do today. You know, we'll probably be able to get quite a bit of work done here. Right now I'm just putting in the chests and setting up like the storage system and whatnot. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool right here. And since there's going to be chests here, we're going to have to put in some stone stairs up here as well. Greetings from Germany. Ah, falls du Deutscher bist, ich bin übrigens auch Deutscher. Ich rede in meinen Streams eher Englisch, aber du kannst auch gerne Deutsch mit mir reden, falls du Deutscher bist. Alright. What do I want to do now? Or like a bunch of chests, actually, not just a couple. We're probably still gonna need much more wood. Like, this is definitely not going to be enough. Yeah. It isn't going to be enough, for sure. But that's fine. For now, that's going to be enough. Because right now, I just kind of want to get the feeling for this place. You know, kind of want to find out how everything should look and stuff. Okay, there we go. So that's the chests in here. Now, I want to put in a couple more things. I want to have blast furnaces above every single chest. So that we can have, you know, when we do, like, mining tours and the ability to immediately smelt all of the ores. And also, we're going to have an extra chest up here. So we're just going to add that here. You might think that it's pretty random what I'm doing at, how I want to build this. So don't be surprised when it seems kind of random what I'm doing, when in actuality I have a pretty clear setup in mind. We're already running out of wood, bro. That's yeah. That always happens to me. So we're gonna have to get some more. Krass, das hätte ich jetzt nicht erwartet. Ja, Bruder, eben, ich spreche ja in meinen Streams eher Englisch, weil ich nebenbei auch aufnehme und das Ganze dann auch als Folgen auf YouTube hochlade. Und während ich in meinen Streams tatsächlich größtenteils deutsche Zuschauer bekomme und ich dann natürlich dort dann Deutsch reden könnte, habe ich so das Gefühl, auf YouTube ist es halt so, dass du deutlich bessere Chancen hast, dass Leute das sehen, wenn du es auch international gestaltest, sag ich mal so. Und da kann ich natürlich mit Deutsch nicht ankommen, da muss das Ganze dann halt auf Englisch sein. Oh, actually, we have a bunch of wood up here. Okay, okay, that kind of changes everything. I did not know that. I gathering some wood, but I kind of forgot about that right here. Okay, let me just quickly get a bunch of sticks first, because we're gonna need a bunch of item frames first. That's all the item frames we can get right now. And I guess we can just put all this wood in here for now. We're not really gonna need it. Same goes for the chests. Oh, we got... And basically we're gonna put down one item frame right here, which is going to be displaying an item that is kind of representative for the whole category. In this case, this is going to be ores, right? Any type of mineral, any type of material that we gather from our mining tours. And then we're gonna have item frames above each chest, which are going to represent the item that the individual chest is holding. Actually, let me just quickly close my window because it's getting kind of cold in here. I kind of had it open, but I feel like it's way too cold to leave your window open for a while now. Yo, DK ist official. Du bist ja Deutscher, ne? Wie ist das für dich, wenn ich im Stream immer so zwischen Deutsch und Englisch wechsle? Ist das okay für dich? Ist das irgendwie komisch? Oder genau, erzähl mal so ein bisschen, was du davon hältst. Okay. There we go. Now, that's the chest setup. We're still gonna need a couple more things though. Let me just sleep real quick. Yeah, like that. And we're gonna need some more lanterns. We are going to need some more lanterns for this project. In fact, we're gonna need many more. So let me just quickly make a few. We're gonna need way more than these. What the hell? Okay, there we go. That's not what I wanted. If I... Oh, that's a bit annoying, actually. How are we gonna do this? Okay, kind of like that. And there's going to be another set of lanterns right here. Okay, put one down right here and right here, and with that we got the lighting. Does it say that on the I don't think it does, but I don't think so, right? This should be fine. Okay, so we now have the what is it called? The lantern set up as well. And now we just need to put in the furnaces. And then another thing that I want to do is I want to have a crafting table right here and an ender chest right here, right? I want to have that in each section. Of course, right now we're not going to have the material. Of course, right now we're not going to have the materials for ender chests in every single section. In fact, there are a couple of things that we're still going to need to get in order to complete this build. But what this storage space is, right? Like, in this episode, we're probably not going to be able to finish everything. In fact, I might even do most of this room off stream. I just kind of want to give you the idea of what I want to do with the space. And then we're gonna see how much of the actual decoration, or like how much of actually setting these rooms up we're gonna do on stream, because I feel like some of these activities that we're going to be doing are gonna be somewhat boring, you know. That's just the truth. That's just how it is, you know. So yeah, let me also already get a couple of items that we can put in the displays. We're gonna need some redstone. I suppose you could use that. We're gonna need a diamond, right? Use a sign as a placeholder. Do we have chains? We actually do. Is that going to be enough? I don't know. Oh, we have another item frame right here, so we're gonna want to take that. We also have some lanterns right here that we want to take. How do you make a blast furnace? Okay. I mean, the stone is not going to be an issue. Unfortunately, we don't have any of that left, but that's fine, I guess. So yeah, right now I'm basically just gonna complete this first section so that you can get the idea of what we're doing down there. And then we'll see how much more we're gonna do in today's episode and in the next couple of episodes. In fact, I don't even know if I want to do this project, like if I want to continue working on this project continuously for the next couple of episodes, because I think it's going to be a little bit boring and repetitive if that's literally the only thing we're going to be doing. But we'll see. Honestly, I still don't really know. Okay, what did I want to do here? I wanted to have coal. Then we had the diamond right here. I wanted to put down a sign right here for netherite. Oh, what's going on here? Netherite. Of course, we don't have any netherite yet. So for now, we're just going to have this sign as a placeholder. And then once we get netherite, we're just going to put that in there. That's how I'm going to treat these systems, you know, these storage systems for now, because obviously there's still a bunch of items and blocks that we don't have yet. Then we have redstone right here, and I'm gonna have an extra chest up here for like redstone craftables, basically anything that goes in the line of levers, buttons, redstone torches, all that kind of stuff, you know. Then we have, I suppose, gold, copper, and then we need some iron. What's on the other side? I think it's still lapis. Let me see. Emeralds, probably. Iron. Probably lapis and amethysts, right? Yeah, we're gonna have iron right here. We're gonna have emeralds, and then lapis and amethyst. So let me just quickly get those so that we have this section completed. And let me already also put in a stack of clean stone into the furnace, because we're gonna need that for the blast furnaces. Just like that. Yeah, so as you can probably guess by now, this project is going to take a while. It's because next to the storage area, I want to have basically another storage area, but it's going to be much more elaborate and much more interesting to look at also, which we're going to use to keep track of our challenge amethysts as well as lapis. So basically the idea is that we're going to have one storage room for, well, storage, you know, one that we're actually going to use, that is actually going to have a practical use. And the other one is basically just going to be to keep track of our challenge. And it's also going to look much nicer and much more interesting. Right now we're working on the more basic one, because Yeah, this one's more important, just so that we have an actually working storage system. The other one is more aesthetic, and yes, it's part of the challenge, so it's going to be important as well, but technically we don't need that, like, specialized storage area in order to progress in the challenge. It's just going to be something that is going to be cool to look at and kind of to keep track of the challenge, you know? So I suppose we can use an iron nugget for now as like a symbol for the ores. The only thing that's missing right now is the blast furnaces right here and the ender chest down here, as well as like a little fence right here. So let me just quickly get all these things in place. And then you're going to have an idea of what these individual storage sections are going to look like. So basically we're gonna need some stairs. We should still have some fences, right? Oh yeah, my inventory actually. And then we're just gonna make a couple of fence gates as well, which I think you craft like that. For some reason I always forget how to craft these. I don't know why. I always forget how to craft these. Gate right here and some fences right here. Then the only thing is missing is the ender down there, as well as those blast furnaces. Let's get the ender chest first. Up this hill. Okay. Technically we still have an ender chest right here, but I think I want to make a new one if I can. Which I think we should be able to, right? We got blaze rods here. Do we have... Oh, I don't think we have any ender pearls, do we? Yeah, no, it looks like we don't have any ender pearls anymore, so that's something we're gonna... As well as the blaze rod, or rather the blaze powder, of which we're just gonna need one for now. It's also raining. That's actually not good. Oh, that's actually very bad, because we can't get endermen when it's raining. Okay, let me see. If I sleep now, are we still going to be able to get some endermen? Let me see. I feel like we'd be very lucky to still find some endermen. Check real quick. I guess. Yeah, I guess we could go to the nether to get that enderman. I do believe they only spawn in the green biomes, right? I don't know what they're called, honestly. Like that greenish or like turquoise kind of biome. Let me check that out real quick. Because for today's episode, I basically just want to have... What the hell? Complete. So that we kind of have an idea. Yeah, it's that biome over there that we're going to need. So that you have an idea of what my storage system is going to look like. And then afterwards, I'm either going to continue to work on it in the next couple of episodes, or I'm just going to work on it off stream and then just show off my progress here and there, you know? Can you please chill? Okay. Ever since that ghast killed me last time, I'm very wary now. Or rather, not necessarily generally when I'm in the nether, but when I'm crossing that little bridge that we built over there, which is only like 1 block wide and made out of a super destructible material, you know? I am... What is that? Oh, that's not good. Oh, that is not good at all. Holy crap. Okay, can we chill for a second, maybe? Okay. I don't want to die right here. Actually, I just want to get some endermen, bro. Oh, I see one right there. Wait, that was kind of stupid. Is he gonna come over here? I should have built myself a little... Oh, I think he is. chill. I'm gonna have to be careful here, bro. Bro, what the hell is going on right now? Can we please just wait a second? Bro, like, come on. What's going on, bro? Why do I always get freaking destroyed when I'm in the nether, bro? I just wanted to get a couple... Where's that Enderman at, bro? I can hear him. Chill for a second, please. Where's he at now? He's freaking burning. Bro? What kind of jump scare is this, bro? Come on. Okay, I think he's gone. Bro, why is it always, like... I don't know why, but... Okay, there he is. Okay, he died, but he didn't drop an ender pearl. Anytime I go in the nether in this world... it's always... so dangerous. I don't know why. Usually the nether isn't even that dangerous, but for some reason whenever I do it in this world, it just, I don't know. It just never works out very well for me. What's up with that Enderman over there? Can we get... Oh yeah, there we go. Come on. Come over here. Relax. Okay, there we go. Jeez, I just need one ender pearl. Literally just one. Where's he at? There we go. Aw, come on, bro. Why are you making this so hard on me? Okay. I have the feeling, though, that the next Enderman that we're going to kill is an ender pearl. Shit out of me. Holy shit, bro. What's up with these Endermen, bro? Fight me. What are we doing, bro? What kind of ring around the rosy type shit is this? Bro, hello? Are we done? Fucking... Come on, bro. No ender pearl again? What is going on? Okay. I'm getting very unlucky again. I don't know what it is with this world, bro, but I'm just so unlucky in this world. Like, the dumbest shit keeps happening to me in this world. I don't know. This better is going to be rewarded with some crazy luck with other stuff later on in the game, you know? Because, like, at least for now... Come on, where are the Endermans at, bro? The Endermans? Okay, that was great, is what I wanted to say. I should probably still learn a bit of English before I do that, huh? Okay, I don't know if... Oh, come on, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, give me this fucking pearl. Bro, there is no way. Still no ender pearl. Still no ender pearl. You have to be kidding me. How many Endermen did we kill already? Like 4 or something? And we didn't get a single pearl? How is that possible, bro? How is that possible? And people say speedrunners have bad RNG, bro. I just thought we would, like, hop into the nether, kill, like, 2 Endermen at max. But apparently, that's not how shit works with me. Okay, we got one right here. Pearl, we can get out of here. Finally leave this place. And continue working on what we were actually working on. Come on, bro. Just let me get the fuck out of here. Come on, bro. There we go. Okay, perfect. And we're gonna need some food, actually. Okay, there we go. So let me just make sure we don't die on our way back. But we should be fine. I can't believe that we actually ran out of food for this little mission here. And now we're actually at the brink of dying, you know? Like, come on. How's that possible? Alright, still have any food left? Doesn't really look like we still have that much. We still have a bunch of random stuff here, but yeah. Not that much. So we're probably gonna have to get a bit more food in a second. I suppose for now this is going to be okay. Oh, actually, wait. So let me just craft this ender chest now. And with that, we should be able to get that storage area down there completed. Okay. Put some of these potatoes in here. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 2, that's 14. There we go. I feel like we don't really have enough iron yet. Okay. Okay, with blast furnaces in the future, because right now we literally don't have any iron anymore. But yeah, that's the general idea. Just imagine these being blast furnaces instead. And the only thing still missing now to complete this section is... Let me just put that in real quick. You know, all this random bullshit. Why do we have a freaking blaze rod with us? I don't know. Okay, now the only thing we still need to do to complete this section is to make the copper golems. And for that I had a specific design in mind again. So let me just quickly get these pumpkins that we're gonna need for the golem. Actually get a couple of copper blocks, 2 to be exact. And then we're gonna need... Wait. Oh, okay, that's how this works, I suppose. I guess we could just make a couple more. And we're gonna need 2 copper stairs. And we're also gonna need some copper trapdoors, which I don't know how to make these. I suppose you just kind of go like this, right? No, wait, that's wrong. Oh, just like that. Okay. Kind of like that. Okay. So, we're also gonna need a couple more chains. Bruh. Yo, Tristan, was geht, was geht? Moin. Schön, dich wiederzusehen. Danke für den Like. Okay, now let's just like... Now I just gotta make sure that this is in the correct spots. 4 wide, so it's going to have to be like somewhere around here. Okay, basically what we're gonna do... We're gonna put down 2 copper golems right here. Bam and bam. Which is... Then we're going to put copper stairs right here and right here. As well as... I'm actually going to have to... I don't think I can get that, yeah. Put down some copper trapdoors right here. And also... You can get down there, yep. And also right here. And then we're going to put down some chains, just so this is actually being held up by something. Then we're going to fix this whole room. So we're going to need some clean stone. Just like that. And with that, this section is complete. And that is going to be how most of these sections are structured, right? We have one main category, this one being like ores, right? Then the next one is going to be, I don't know, maybe something like types of wood, for example. You know, everything related to wood. Just to give you an example, right? And the structure is going to be pretty much the same as over here. So we're going to have a crafting table right here. We're going to have an ender chest right here. This copper chest in the middle hanging from the ceiling, which, by the way, the copper golems can access because they're only 1 block tall. They can basically just jump onto this not pressure plate. They can basically just jump onto this trapdoor right here and kind of, you know, sit right here and access the chest without any problems. Okay, let me just drink something real quick. Okay, so that is the general idea. And basically of these rooms now with the same type of layout on the other side as well, right? We have some rooms over here as well. I'm actually noticing right now that I haven't really finished a couple of these rooms. Like, there's still a couple of rooms that need to be finished. So we're gonna have to do that as well. But I think most of them are actually done. And then there's going to be some more interesting special rooms over here and over there. There's going to be one enchanting area and one brewing area right here. And also a nether portal right over here. That is the general idea. As I said, I don't know if I'm going to show all of that in the streams and episodes, because I feel like a lot of it is going to be somewhat boring, because I'm basically just going to be repeating the same stuff over and over stream whenever I have time, just to make it a little bit more interesting to watch. And I think for today, we're basically just going to continue doing a couple of these things. But we're not going to do that much more today, you know. I'm not going to stream for that much longer today. Or like, one thing we can do right now is to just go around and already dig out the chests, right? And set everything up like that. I think that is something we can already do. So basically, we're gonna have to get a bunch of these stairs, tables, but I think this should already be enough. And then, yeah, there's always going to be an ender chest right here, and crafting table right here. And then you're going to have chests, always in the same order, basically. So it's going to be right here. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. And yeah, then we're just going to continue like this for basically the entire rest of this storage area, right? Yeah, I think while I'm still working on these little sections right here, I can already kind of talk about a couple of things that are still going to need to be done to complete this project down here. We're going to have to collect a bunch more resources, like we're going to need more iron, we're going to need a bunch more wood, so I'm going to have to do that. And of course, in order to fully fill out every room, we're going to have to do a couple of things like going to the end and completing the Ender Dragon fight, getting stuff that we can only get. For example, one section that is just going to be completely focused on the end, right? And of course, that section we can only fill out once we have been to the end. But yeah, my idea is that right now we're just gonna finish this project right here. After that, we're probably gonna do a couple of things, like I said, like the end and stuff like that. Also, just because, you know, stuff like shulker boxes, for example, are super useful for any building project. So that is going to, that's why that is a priority as well. It's not just to get those end items, but also to get shulker boxes and elytras as well, right? Elytras are also super useful. That is just going to increase our efficiency. And once we're done with some of those miscellaneous stuff, once we're done with some of those miscellaneous things, we can focus on the second section of the storage room down here, which is going to be the one that we're going to use to display our progress. I know right now it's probably a bit hard to imagine what exactly I'm talking about. I'm probably going to make a little video, like a short. I'm going to make that pretty soon. So if you don't want to miss out on that, and also if you don't want to miss out on future episodes, I would highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel. But yeah, for now we're just going to focus on this right here. Okay, let me get a couple more crafting tables. Oh, there's some gravel down here, okay. What the hell? Wait, that's not right. Ah, come on, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. And now let's put down those stairs. Yeah, so I think for right now, I'm just going to complete this little project that I have right here. And then we're going to call it a day for today. Because as I said, I don't really have that much time today. I'm also already pretty tired, so yeah. For today, this is the only thing we're still going to do. And then we're going to see in the next episode how far we've progressed already. Because as I said, I'm probably going to be doing some of this stuff, maybe even most of it off stream. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Put down the stone stairs. I feel like we're actually gonna run out on some materials right here already. Oh, what do we have here? Same thing right here, yep. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need more clean stone here, so I think I'm just gonna smelt that up. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need much more clean stone here. Let me just put all this cobblestone in here. And actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave it at that for today. Can you show the lanterns on the walls, Isabel? What's up with them? Do you like them, or why? What'd you ask? I mean, it's nothing special. I basically just put like a... I'm glad you enjoy them. How you doing, Isabel? Is it a shader, text 3D and whatnot? Yeah, I'm using a shader, right? You can't really see that when it's night, so let me sleep real quick and then you can see it. Using a texture pack, but it's nothing crazy. Wait, let me just look that up. It's called the Vanilla Tweaks, right? And it's basically like just the normal Minecraft look, but with a couple of tweaks. Like, for example, the fences look a bit differently, and like many items are 3D or differently colored and stuff. Looks so good, but not too much also. Yeah, I like it. I like the aesthetic, you know? It's a bit unfortunate that you've only joined now, because I was actually about to close the stream right now. But if you want to, you can just leave a follow, and then you'll see whenever I stream again. I stream every Tuesday around this time, so yeah. Like, you can check out my stream again next week if you want to. That would be great. But yeah, as I said, guys, for now, I'm just gonna off stream as well, because as I said, it's going to be very boring and repetitive if I just do the same thing over and over and over again. And I'm just basically going to show the progress that I've made off stream in the episodes and streams then. But of course, I'm going to keep you updated on what I'm doing here. And as I said, there is also going to be a little teaser in my next short. So if you're interested in seeing where I'm going with all of this, you should check that out for sure. And that just leaves me with... And yeah, with that, I don't really have anything else to say. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video or this stream at any point, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on future streams or episodes. As I've already said in the last episodes, I stream every Tuesday evening. That is German time, of course. And if you're in a different time zone, I don't really know exactly when that's going to be, but probably, yeah. But I stream every Tuesday evening in German time. So if you want to see me play live as well, you can check that out as well. There is going to be a link to my TikTok in the description. Yeah, because I stream both on TikTok and on YouTube. And there is going to be a link to my TikTok in the description. So yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye. Okay, guys, that's also going to be it for the stream. That was just my little outro for the episode. Thanks to anyone who watched. Thanks for all likes and follows. And yeah, of course, today was just a bit of a shorter stream. That is just because today I really don't have that. Honestly, it just kind of depends on how much time I have, or how much time I can dedicate to Minecraft until then. But yeah, as I said, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.